Right, hello then everybody, welcome back to the Golden Sky. It is Tuesday the 19th of August 2025. I'm Tom, welcome into the channel. If you're new around here and you're joining me on YouTube today, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment away. Thank you for all the comments on my last video, really appreciated it. Joining in with the ratings, it was great to see, so thank you very much. And if you're on the podcast, you can comment on there as well. If you didn't know that, I only just figured that out. You can actually comment on Spotify, or I think you can probably do on Apple as well. Drop us a review on there, and we love you guys as well. Thank you for joining on whatever platform you're on. Today, it is Tactical Tuesday, of course. So we're going to look at Liverpool's win over Bournemouth that happened about 10 years ago now. On Friday, obviously just gone. And we're going to look at some screenshots from the game. I can't play clips from the game, but I have screenshots, so I can show you those. And we're going to just talk about kind of what I have seen and what I think, and talk a little tactics, a little about the goals, that kind of thing. So that sounds good. Then watch along today, listen in. Again, if you're on the podcast, it might be better on YouTube today because we'll have visuals. But yeah, hope you guys all enjoy. And without further delay, we will get into things. So with the power of technology here, let me try and move you over to that screen. Here we go. Beauty. Look at that. Right, here we go. So starting off where we started, basically right at the start of the game. So this was basically just after kickoff, and you can see the ball's been kicked long. It's been cleared by Bournemouth. You've got Konate and Van Dijk, both basically in control of the situation, you would think. Evan Nilsson chasing, and the ball's bouncing. So this one looks easy, but just to kind of give an indication of the, I guess, the nerves of some of these players, maybe to start off. Maybe the apprehension, a bit of tension, maybe in the players' muscles. If you go to the next clip, you see Konate looks like he's got this one, no problem. All he needs to do is just simply control the ball, which is there. That's right, I've got visuals now, I can do this. And just basically control it over here, and we're fine. He could even, if he wants, he could even just kick it back to Alisson. That also would have worked. But he was really poor this game, Konate, and I think that showed pretty much straight away here. He was really poor, and he actually miscontrols the ball completely. Like, he completely misses it, and now we've got a bouncing ball. Evan Nilsson is now suddenly almost looking like he can maybe head this and knock it into this space and kind of get through. But Konate does manage to recover, and basically what he's going to do is just boot this ball up in the air like this. Oh, not with another arrow. Oh, the system's failing me, everybody. Basically, he's going to boot the ball up in the air like this, and we get away with it. But it was just a shaky start from him, and I wanted to point that out. He was not good. Maybe Leone in the crowd caused him some jitters. Who knows? Anyway, the ball goes up, you can see, and Van Dijk is now basically in charge of the situation, as he was most of the game, as our only real defender. And he's going to clear the ball up the pitch. As you can see here, that's what he does. He just basically volleys it into space, and it goes to Hugo Ekitike. And this is the first real, I think, interesting, I guess you can call it a tactical point of view from this game. So, okay, Ekitike is obviously just off his defender. If we just show, obviously he's dropped in deep, little off the last line. We often saw Nunez. He more often than not he'd be sort of here, right on the shoulder of the defender, wanting the ball to go sort of in behind here like this. Ekitike dropped off, ready to receive the ball, and I think he's a lot more polished in his possession. Takes this one down in his chest, and I also just wanted to show something that I noticed about our game in this game. Look at this enormous space in the middle of the pitch. This was something that I saw quite a lot Szoboszlai's deep here. He's just been running back to try and deal with that long ball. McAllister's sort of in there, sort of in the position you'd expect him to be at that left centre mid. Wirtz is coming in from where the ball's just been cleared. He's racing to try and make an option. This is Kirkes here. You know, he's advanced from where the play was, but no one really in this middle area. From either team, really, you can see how stretched the game was already, and we're 2 minutes in. So anyway, Ekitike takes advantage. Like I said, brings it down his chest, gets a touch, and is able to have some time to get the ball out to Salah, which he does with a really nice ball. And great play from Ekitike. It reminded me a little of sort of, I don't want to say Firmino, because a lot of players can do this. You want Firmino, sort of drop in and get on the ball. But he just seems quite silky and quite confident when he does receive it in these deeper areas. We saw Nunez a lot when he had it. The ball would bounce sort of off his own legs, maybe not be so neat and tidy in possession, and midfielders could snap at his ankles and maybe win the ball off him. Ekitike showed real quality when he had it in deep. And he creates a chance here because he gives the ball out to Salah. And you can see Salah here. I'll just hide myself so you can see what I'm trying to say here. So you've got Salah on the ball. This is a great position for him. And an important thing, obviously, you have Jeremy Frimpong. So Frimpong is a marauding fullback, not quite like Trent, like we've seen in years gone by. Trent used to be able to do this when he was younger, but in his later years at Liverpool, he would often take up sort of this position here, and Salah might look to set the ball back to him like this, and then Trent would deliver across maybe to here. That's not the case with Frimpong. He is concerned with running from deep and getting right to the byline like this. So that's what he's doing. He's running round, and this opens up a lot of options for Salah, and it's something that I thought I wanted Trent to do more of, but he never quite ended up doing. And that's because Frimpong comes around, this defender here has to be concerned with this run. He has to know that Frimpong's coming, and he has to sort of be aware that he might have to move this direction. Obviously, then that allows Salah to come infield, which is what happens here. As you can see, the play moves on. I'll just unhide myself, so I'm back. Hello. And Frimpong's, you see, it's actually Brooks has gone with him. Or is that true for? It's hard to tell. They look very similar. You can't quite tell with the numbers and the blurry screenshots. But someone's trapped Frimpong, and it's allowed Salah to come inside, and he gets a shot off in a dangerous area. The keeper saves it. It lands around here, but he's going for that, that far post curling shot that we've seen many, many times in this top corner from him. Another option he has here, he doesn't get his head up, but one option he has, Ekitike's made a great run, and he could dink this ball sort of to here, Ekitike to nod it in the net. So I just loved that from an attacking point of view, the options Frimpong gives us. The ability of Ekitike to drop in deep, and then Frimpong to get round Salah. It was so fluid. It was like it looked rehearsed, even though it had involved two of our new signings. But it was really impressive. And whilst we don't score, if we did, it would have been a brilliant goal, an Ekitike assist. But a lot of work done by Frimpong, which is really good. And also, I want to point out here, you look at this screenshot, okay? So this is going to be important later. We have one player, Gakpo, two player, my dodgy drawing here, two players Ekitike, three Wirtz, four with Frimpong, the attacking fullback, and then five with Salah. And that's all that's on the screen. Our other players are all behind the ball. They're all nicely in position for if Bournemouth won it. Let's say Salah hit this shot and this defender blocks it, and it falls to Tavernier here. McAllister's back, Szoboszlai's back, Kirkes is somewhere, and then two centre-backs. So it'll be fine. And this is going to become important later. I think this balance we've got here is a lot better than where we were in the second half. We've got the front three forward, Salah, Ekitike and Gakpo. Your number 10 is right in the box. That's where you want him. And Frimpong has come from deep as an attacking fullback to open up the space. I think that's really important, and we'll have another look at this later and why I've decided to highlight this today. Okay, so we'll go to the next clip now. This is a bit of defending from Liverpool, and you've got Bournemouth on the ball at the back. There's clearly been a press down here because you've got our players are shifted over here. Ekitike's over here. Wirtz is over here, Gakpo's over here. But you see Szoboszlai, okay, he's jumping at the minute basically to this player, is what he's thinking. You can see in his body language, he's sprinted at this player to try and put pressure on him, which is good. And that Szoboszlai's excellent at that. He's brilliant at pressing. But for me, as a number 10, this is fine. But Wirtz is our number 10. And Szoboszlai does not need to be this aggressive, I don't think, personally. I think he'd be better off if he was more here in this position. If he was more here, moved him back, because you'll see where the ball's going to go and you'll see what he has to do. Because if you watch Mo Salah, his body language, you can see it. He's not moving from this position and he no longer runs back. He didn't do it last year. It's a clear tactic. It worked brilliantly. He doesn't run back for Liverpool anymore. It's just not his game at his age that he's at, and the attacking quality he has on the counter. He doesn't run back. So the solution is that Szoboszlai does the running. And for me, when he's this high, you'll see he can't afford to do this when he's playing number 8. And the reason why, you'll see the ball gets passed, easy pass through to Trufer. And you can see now Szoboszlai is forced to make sort of a run that looks a bit like this. Salah's not interested. He's just going to stay exactly where he is. And Trufer is going to run forward. You can see where Wirtz is. I think Wirtz is fine here because he's number 10. But he's in a line with Szoboszlai. These two are aligned, and this is not the right position for Szoboszlai for me personally. Look how deep McAllister is. Okay, we didn't play with a recognised 6 in this game. We had 2 8s, really, because Gravenberch isn't in the team. But I think Szoboszlai should more be somewhere here, or maybe even here, to just give us a bit more security, because you can see Trufer gets on the ball, and whilst our defence is in a decent line, and McAllister's not in a bad position, he's able to advance up the line. Szoboszlai can't catch him because Trufer is quick and he had the head start. You can't catch him, and you'll see how he's then able to pick his head up and basically deliver a cross. So you see, Szoboszlai doesn't get out to him. The defence is relatively fine here. Konate's got Brooks in his eye line. Van Dijk's got Evanilson in his. The problem is over here with Kerkez. This is where the ball goes. And this is the problem. Semenyo is an extremely powerful winger, really strong, fast, can use both feet. He's a good player. And in this situation, we get lucky because he's managed to get the wrong side of Kerkez, really. I mean, sure, Kerkez is maybe goal side if Semenyo is here. But Semenyo is actually getting past him and getting into this dangerous area. So, Kerkez, for me, should do more to seal Semenyo and not let him get past him, which is what happens. You'll see on the next image. Brilliant cross from Trufer. I mean, it's a brilliant cross. It lands right at his feet. And you see Semenyo is now the complete wrong side of Kerkez. He's got through on the blind side, on the back. And Kerkez does enough. He gives him a little nudge. It wasn't a foul. He does enough. He recovers well to put Semenyo off and not let him get a clean strike at goal. And it was actually harmless. He misses like quite some distance. But on another day, he's set here and he can fire this in the net for 1-0. And I just thought that was a bit alarming, really. And I think that's two things. I think that's from Szoboszlai's position being maybe too eager to press and just jumping out of his position unnecessarily. And also the quality of Semenyo being so strong and Kerkez just not quite being alert enough at the back post. Which is something he has to learn. So, another clip here, another one with Bournemouth on the ball. It's Diakite this time on the ball, who I thought played pretty well for Bournemouth. And this ball is going to go to Evanilson here, who is in a fine position. Everybody's set here. This is a good defensive setup from Liverpool. You've got, this is quite similar to what we saw last year, sort of a front 4-ish, with the 10 joining the attacker to press. We've got our 2 midfielders in a nice line. It looks good. The defence is set. Everything looks good. But Diakite just plays, honestly, guys, it's just a straight ball like this. It goes down there. And Evanilson just runs onto it like this. And Van Dijk and Kerkez equally, they both just kind of switch off. I don't really know. They just allow Evanilson to go through. You see that they're too slow. I think they think he's overhit it or it's going to go out. And Evanilson chases it down to his credit, gets on the ball. and he manages to recover, and you can see that the space that he's managed to work from that, making that run. So we switch to this camera angle. It's a good one because you can see exactly what happens. Evan Nielsen now has the ball in the corner, and Liverpool are absolutely fine here. There's no danger here. What they want to do is force Bournemouth back and get it back to the defenders. You see Alisson's telling everybody where players are. He's making sure Frimpong's aware at this back post. Konate's fine. Szoboszlai's fine. McAllister's got Semenyo covered. It's all fine. But what happens is, here comes Adam Smith, right? And Adam Smith just bursts past Gakpo. And for me, Gakpo has to do better. He has to track this run better. And also McAllister too. McAllister's got to see this danger. Evan Nielsen's already played the pass at this point. It's actually, the ball's gone through Kirk's legs and is about to arrive here. And Adam Smith is able to just burst onto the ball. You see McAllister's too late. He can't make the challenge. Smith gets right to the byline. I mean, it's a super dangerous area. McAllister can't touch him here because it might be a penalty, might be a free kick in a dangerous spot. This is a super dangerous area for Smith. It's really, really not a good place to let the opposition get to right on the byline, obviously. He could fire this maybe in here. He could fire it across goal. Perhaps Brooks is able to get onto it. What he chooses to do, though, is miss all of those out, and he goes right to Tavernier. I think Szoboszlai now has to be aware. He's ball watching a little. I think he's got to be aware to try and shift across to here and maybe block this pass. And then what happens is, obviously, Smith plays Tavernier the ball. You can see our players have committed. Konate's committed. Alex Scott's committed. And Tavernier has a shot, but luckily mishits it and Alisson saves it. I wanted to just show that bit of the defensive frailties of Liverpool. We were in a decent position, but just lapses of concentration. First on the pass that comes through, Van Dijk and Kirk not being alert enough, and then Gakpo switching off, McAllister not quite being maybe not quite being up to speed defensively, and then Szoboszlai ball watching a little. And I think collectively that creates a problem. Luckily they don't score. And then we'll go to Liverpool's goals. This is when we score. So Van Dijk has the ball at the back, and we're in just normal build-up here. I don't think we did the best job of building up in this game, to be honest. It was okay at times. Bournemouth extremely good press inside. I thought we did have some good moves. However, we weren't always able to cycle the ball from rested possession at the back into the middle. And a lot of that was because Bournemouth really put an emphasis on Wirtz. They did a really good job on him, and I think he did okay. Not his best game, but he did okay. And you'll see here, this goal is all about Ekitike, of course, and it's all about Wirtz as well. So Van Dijk is able to play the ball into McAllister, and Ekitike again, we see that movement like we did earlier. He drops off the defender. And you see Diakite, he doesn't know whether to go in with Ekitike or to stay in his line. He's a little confused. You can see he's pointing. He's trying to say, look, he's coming in here, but he realizes no one's around. And so he has to follow Ekitike into this massive area of space. Okay? Ekitike comes in, really sharp. You see Diakite's chased him in. He's left all of this defensive, left this massive hole in the defense where he should be. Ekitike just draws him out. And like I said, one touch, the quality he has to just be able to move the ball back. Darwin might need a touch here to set himself for the pass. It just slows it down a little. This keeps the play moving fast. It goes back to Van Dijk. And you see Diakite's initial instinct. Straight away, you can see he wants to run back here because he's a defender. So he wants to. Ekitike knows this. And he started to run this way before quickly checking back. And you see the body language he has. He's opening up his body again to receive the ball, which is exactly what happens. And I also want to just point out the positions of the players again. I think this is fine. Frimpong's taken up this sort of nice, he's not too high, not too far back position. Sort of narrowly tucked in to stop any counter-attacks. If we were to lose the ball in this sort of area, he can deal with Brooks. I think Szoboszlai's in a fine position. Wirtz is looking for the right pocket of space. Everything's fine. Ekitike gets on it again, and again, very quickly is able to just move the ball to McAllister. And you see what we saw there. Wirtz is now, he's realised Ekitike is dropped in. So whilst he doesn't actually touch the ball here, he realises, well, if my striker's dropped in deep, I need to get up the pitch. And so his whole thing now is he's looking to get into this area. And he attracts Tyler Adams, and he ends up attracting Diakite as well. The ball goes to McAllister. As you can see, it comes in. And Wirtz is now... I mean, McAllister could pass Wirtz this ball. The ball could go to Wirtz here. He's ready to receive. See, Tyler Adams has followed him. Diakite is concerned. But it's opened up all this space for Ekitike. Oh, it's a bit hard to draw with this. Let's go with the free hand. It's opened up all this space. And McAllister plays a nice ball into his path. Ekitike obviously takes it. And he's able to take a first touch advanced. He gets a little lucky here. He tries a little nutmeg. Gets a little luck with the ricochet. We can see Bournemouth's defensive line. If we just take it back one touch. This is the back four. So here's the left back. Here's the left centre back. Here's the right centre back. And here is the right back. So this is the shape. I mean, it's awful. And that's because of the runs of Ekitike and the runs of Wirtz. Tyler Adams has dropped out of his midfield position. This brilliant movement from Ekitike and Wirtz. It's really, really good. And McAllister just setting the tempo, playing it nice and easy. Really, really good. Ekitike gets a bit of luck, like we said, and the ball ends up in the back of the net, which we're very happy with. Okay. Next clip, we have Konate doing something good. He actually won the ball, and he breaks free. And the reason why I wanted to put this in is it's a transition. So Liverpool have a transition on Bournemouth. Bournemouth really good in the transitions against us. But I wanted to show, I'm just not sure we're transitioning safely or correctly. Konate has the ball. He's advanced a long way with it. That's fine. That's good. But I just look at the position of the fullbacks. So Frimpong's getting forward. I'm not sure he's in a great position to receive the ball here. I'm thinking maybe could it be just wider? I suppose the idea is he wants to draw in Tavernier to enable this pass to Salah. I get it. Kerkez is here. I think this is also a fine position for Kerkez. If Konate gives him the ball, Kerkez can drive forward like this. It's not a bad position. And obviously you've got to factor in Bournemouth are also retreating. They've got the back four here. They've got the two midfielders. That's the 6 players. 7th, Semenyo's up front. They've got Evan Nilsson will be somewhere up here. It's not an awful position. And I'm not saying Liverpool have to leave Frimpong back here and Kerkez back here. But I just think if both of them are going to be so adventurous and go forward so much, we need to just be a bit more careful. And I wanted to show it. Eventually, Konate gives it to Wirtz. And I think now, again, you can see this is what we saw in pre-season a bit. We've got Gakpo number 1 down here. Kerkez number 2. Oh, I'll just do bullet points. Kerkez, TK number 3, Szoboszlai 4, Frimpong 5, Salah 6, Wirtz 7, and Konate walking back as our 8th player. It's just, I feel like it's too much. I feel like we don't need Kerkez to be right on this last line as well as Frimpong. But, I don't know. Anyway, Wirtz gives the ball out to Gakpo. And Kerkez actually makes a brilliant run, and this is where the advantage of having these marauding fullbacks comes in. Makes a brilliant run, and again, allows Gakpo, similar to Salah and Frimpong, to come inside where he's really good. And he puts a really, really good ball in, Gakpo. It's really good. It nicely curls around, and it meets Ekitike perfectly. And he should do better. It was a little bit too high, but he should do better. He should maybe get the header on target. He doesn't. The ball goes over. You can see he heads it, and the ball goes over the bar. But good play from Liverpool, but I just wanted to point out the frailties of maybe having such attacking fullbacks. I remember before we looked at the players in the box at the end of an attack. We've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in the box, and Wirtz outside it 7. Now, Slot made a good point. It's okay when Bournemouth also have a lot of players in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Scott outside 8. But I don't know. I just want Liverpool to be more conscious of the fact that they're throwing a lot of bodies forward and maybe get that balance a bit better. So we go to the second half now, where the game sort of exploded into a bit of madness. And Kerkez has the ball. He's really good on the ball. His passing is good, and he makes a nice pass here. You see Ekitike asking for the ball. He knows where he wants it. It's really good. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. But he's making the right run. He's getting into this channel. It's a good movement and a good idea. Kerkez finds him, and then he shows a bit of patience. He doesn't rush. He's not eager to turn around and run at his defender and get a speculative effort off. Takes his time, waits for the right move, and that was Gakpo coming in off the touchline, where we just see he's here. Basically going to make this run down, and Ekitike will find him when he gets to around here. Again, it's important to look at where the positions of our centre midfielders are. This is absolutely fine as sort of a 3. We saw this in pre-season with the sort of, I don't want to say, it was often a 3-2-5 we saw, but it would move into a 2-3-4, which is what we've got. Kirkes, McAllister, Szoboszlai forming that 3, and then the 4 attackers. That's fine. Frimpong is also up, however, which causes maybe a bit of an issue. Because if we were to lose this ball, which we don't, but if we were, is that maybe too many players high? I'm not sure. Anyway, Gakpo gets the ball. He goes full Iron Robben, runs across the box until he's in a great position to shoot, which he does nicely in the corner. Great goal. Gakpo is brilliant at this. Ball striking, fantastic. Frimpong's actually asking for the ball. It's great from Gakpo, really good. And we score 2-0. And we were cruising at this point. We were absolutely cruising. The game looked like it was won. And then just Bournemouth hit us. And that's as quick as football can change. Salah has the ball, and when you look at this picture, you think absolutely nothing wrong with the play. Nothing wrong. And to be honest, there isn't actually that much wrong with this from my point of view, from what Liverpool do. It's more the quality of Bournemouth, but we will get into what I do think we could have done better. But it's brilliant goal from Bournemouth. It's hard to believe they score after about 5 seconds of the ball being here. But they do. Salah has the ball, gives it to Szoboszlai, and he tries, I see what he's doing, right? He tries to play a flick. The ball's here on his back foot. And he wants to flick it to Wirtz. And if it comes off, he breaks the lines, and Wirtz is driving at the defence of Ekitike with Gakpo with him. It's a really good opportunity, and it's clever. And we were winning, so I understand why he would do it. But Alex Scott makes a good interception. Adams is there to press as well. And Szoboszlai loses the ball. And then Bournemouth are just lethal, to be honest, from this point. Adams gets it, and really there's nothing any of these midfielders can do. Szoboszlai's lost it. Here's Endo, our right back, but I don't feel like Endo's in a bad position. If you look where Salah is when he has the ball, Endo's looking to get round him, which is like what Frimpong was doing. Endo also not a right back, so you have to cut him some slack. Even if Endo was back here, this goal might still happen because he's not the fastest player in the world. He's not going to get back in time. Brilliant ball from Adams. You can see no one's been able to catch up to him. Versus the closest to him, and he's not anywhere close. McAllister's too far over his side. Nothing to blame him on there. And Tyler Adams plays a really nice ball, and Brooks is somewhere down here. It goes inside the fullback, inside the centre back, even Konate, and Brooks gets onto it. And move to this sort of other view of this, so you can see Brooks a bit better. He's already gone. Konate, I'm not sure. You couldn't quite see when Brooks sets off. Could he have set off himself a little bit sooner? Is there a world, this is a little risky, well, very risky, but is there a world where Van Dijk here could actually step up right to the halfway line and play Brooks offside? Because he obviously currently playing him on, as we can see, he's miles on. But is there a world where Van Dijk could do that? Maybe. That's kind of how Barcelona play. If you've watched Barcelona games, they play insane offside traps. Anyway, he doesn't. That's fine. The ball goes to Brooks. But let's just take it back one step. For me, Robbo, who just come on, isn't ready here. For me. Adams is making this pass. Semenyo is already on his bike and already, what's that, maybe 5 yards ahead of Robbo and faster than Robbo too. Robbo, for me, has to be sprinting back already. Like Konate is, I don't think he's quite latched onto the danger yet. And you'll see that in this clip that we move to next. This photo even. Semenyo's still ahead of him. He's now sprinting back. He's too late. Brooks is onto it. And a brilliant first time ball from Brooks. Take nothing away. It's a really good cross. I move back. And you see Robbo's not there. But for me, this is where Van Dijk can do better. I think Van Dijk has got to come a step further back. And he's got to create sort of a shield like this to stop Semenyo getting the ball. This is his back, and Semenyo can't get round him, but obviously he's not quite there, and it's too slow, and Semenyo scores. Like I said, it's a brilliant goal from Bournemouth, but I feel like we could have done better. But brilliant goal, and the second goal is where we have more of an issue, which is what we see here. So I think this is a really poor goal from us to give away. I mean, like, really bad. So they've obviously just scored. Maybe, I think it was like 10 minutes between the goals, something like that. We've made another sub now. Brought Gomez on to play right back. So he's now our right back. He did better at right back than Endo did. And we're attacking here, so fine. Give Salah the ball. Never a bad option. But for me, it just doesn't make sense what we're doing here. At this point, we've taken Ekatike off. So Wirtz and Szoboszlai have become our strikers. We have double tens. And so it makes sense for Wirtz to be here. Okay. It does not make sense to me for Endo to be here. This is just wrong, in my opinion. Endo should be further back. Gomez is making this run. That's fine. Salah could maybe slip it into him. Salah, on this occasion, chooses to ignore him. You see where Gomez ends up. Salah comes inside, and Szoboszlai is looking to get the ball from Salah, but Salah plays a bad ball. He did that a few times in this game. But look at the players Liverpool have forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 players, almost all in the box at 2-1. It's just not necessary. It's not necessary. For me, okay, Endo should be back here. I mean, way back here, right? Endo should be nowhere near the box, and he should be behind these players here. For Bournemouth, he should be creating a screen like this, like Fabinho used to do for us. I think Szoboszlai's fine. He is a 10 for us now, so he's fine to be here. And I don't feel like Jones makes a good run here, because he's got to recognise the danger of if we lost this ball, and realise that if we lose it here, Hamid Traore and Semenyo are both just completely free to run, and he should recognise this as the latest player into the box, and he should stay where Endo should have stayed, back here. Obviously, there's a turnover in possession. You can see they have the ball. You see how advanced everybody is now. We now actually have 8 players in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Gomez is still here. 8 of our players are now in the box. Robbo shouldn't be this high. It just shouldn't be. When Gomez is that high as well. There's no need. And here's our 2 centre mids. This is the problem. Centre mid number 1. Centre mid number 2. This is not right. It's not right. That is just not right. It's too attacking. As a result, Semenyo can just freely pick up the ball and basically just run from the edge of the box all the way in a straight line down here. Evan Nilsson does really well. He keeps the centre-backs occupied so they can't press Semenyo. Does really good. You see everyone sprinting back, but no one's fast enough to catch up. Semenyo is really good. And he takes the ball all the way to the edge of the box. When we actually get relatively close to him, Konate's closed him down. Van Dijk's there. He's running out of space. He has to do something. And for me here, Konate's in a decent position. If he just turns his body now square to face Semenyo, but he's so concerned, maybe rightly so, with these two. They've managed to beat Endo and Jones down the field, and he's so concerned with that basically what he does is he just runs away. He just runs away from Semenyo. If he stays in this position and faces the ball, he might be able to block a shot. But he doesn't. He's concerned that Semenyo is going to pass the ball here. He's not even looking at the ball. I don't really know what he was thinking. But anyway, Semenyo, brilliant finish. The ball goes in, and it's 2-2. It's too attacking for Liverpool. It's just, that's the be-all and end-all of it. Then, obviously, right at the end, there's not too much to say about tactics here. It's basically just whack the ball long and try and nick a goal. You see the main man's come on, Freddie Church. And, oh, my bad. The ball goes long, but I did want to just point out this goal. I think an underrated part of this goal, a bit that's going a little bit under the radar, is Szoboszlai's touch. It's a brilliant touch. He comes round and he flicks it to Salah, who Gets onto it. And this cross is absolutely brilliant from Salah, by the way. It's really, really good. We saw him do it a little bit last year. There was a goal against City where he had a cross like this. He's going to hit it basically along the ground, right to where the keeper is, and Jones is going to try and come across and get it. And I didn't realise when I watched the game, until I watched this back, how close Jones is to actually getting the ball. If we go to it, you see, look how close he is to knocking that in the net. It's such a good cross. It's so close. No point talking about shape here because we're going for the win. So no reason to worry really about Van Dijk or Gomez being so high, or Canate as well. Everyone's forward. But the ball falls to Chiesa. It's an unbelievable goal. Great strike. He gets through all these bodies. Canate gets out of the way. And Liverpool score 3-2. Okay, next clip then. So last clip really to show, and it's the last goal. So Bournemouth kicked off. I just wanted to point this out because I wanted to point out the work of Salah. It's really, really, really good from Salah, who was not the best in this game. But this is the type of moment that he's on the pitch for. So Endo pumps this ball long, just clears it. He's not aiming to do anything special over here. He's just clearing it. And the ball's way up in the air. You can't even see it. It's not even under my camera. It's actually out of the frame. And it's all the way over here. The ball actually lands somewhere like here. And Salah bursts over from his right wing. James Hill should just come and get this ball, but he doesn't. Salah gets onto it, beats Hill to the ball, and advances all the way into the box. Now, this is Salah through and through. You see he's here. He's going to score, of course, but should he pass this ball? Probably, right? Maybe he goes to Szoboszlai. Maybe he knocks it back to Gakpo. I don't know. Maybe they just run to the corner. Oh, excuse me. Maybe they just run to the corner and see out the clock. It's not how Salah operates. It's not why he's one of the best players in the world. It's not why he's one of Liverpool's best ever players. He moves it onto his right foot because he backs himself and he produces a quite brilliant finish, to be honest, in this bottom corner with his right foot. Because he Szoboszlai wants the ball. Jones is really annoyed. Look at his body language. He wanted the ball. But Salah scores, and that was it. And that was basically the game. 4-2, and really impressive attacking performance. But like I pointed out in this video, hopefully you've seen a bit clearer. Just sometimes too attacking and the balance isn't right with these big gaps in the middle as well. Okay then, that is going to be it for today's video, ladies and gents. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, like always, leave a like on the video. It really helps me out. Again, thank you very much for the numbers on the last video. It was really, really good to see. I asked for 10 likes and we've smashed it. So if we can do it again, that'd be really good. Leave a comment as well. Let me know if you enjoyed today's video, if you enjoy the Tactic Tuesdays, if you enjoy this type of video where we look at the screenshots of the game. I'd really like to know, because it takes a lot of effort to take the screenshots and watch the game back for interesting parts. So let me know. And as always, subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching today if you do watch on YouTube, and thank you very much for listening if you listened on the podcast. We'll be back for more videos later this season, probably later this week. So I hope you enjoyed. And until then, everyone, I hope you have a good rest of your day, rest of your week. And I'll speak to you all very soon.